Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Rabiatul Nabila and my matric number is A211684. This storytelling video is for LMCR 2282 set 16. In this video, I would like to tell a story called The Aged Mother. For the next few minutes, I am not standing here as myself, but as a son who must make the most painful decision of his life. Long ago, at the foot of the mountain, my mother and I lived in a small hut. We are poor, very poor, but we are happy. Every morning, we will work together on our little farm. Every evening, we will sit outside our home and watch the sun disappear before the mountain. My mother is old, her hair is white, her back is bent, her hands are rough from years of hard work. Yet to me, she is the most strongest person that I know. Then one day, everything changed. Boom, boom, boom. The sound of drum echoes through the village. People rush towards the town square. Curious, I follow them. A herald stands before the crowd, holding a scroll. He clears his throat and announces, "Hear everyone. By the order of governor, old-aged people must be abandoned immediately and left to die. No one dares to speak. No one dares to question." I turn toward my mother. No, this cannot be happening. How can I abandon the woman who gives me life? The woman who raised me? The woman who loved me unconditionally? But the governor's words is law. No, and nobody dares to disobey them. That evening, the sky glows orange as the sun begins to set. I prepare a small bundle of rice and a gut filled with water. My heart trembles. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this at all. My mother noticed. She placed her hand gently on mine. "My son." I look up. "Yes, mother." "You seem troubled." My throat tightens. How do I tell her? How do I tell her that one day, that today, maybe our last day together? I force a smile. "It's nothing, mother." She studies my face for a moment. Then she smiles. The same warm smile she always gave me. I look away quickly, because if I look any longer, I know I will cry. As the last rays of sunlight break from the sky, I kneel beside her. Carefully, I lift her to my bed. She is light, far too light. Then I begin walking. The mountain paths stretch before us, one step, then another. The journey is long. The road twists through and turns through the forest. Sometimes one path crosses another, then another, then another. Soon, I no longer where I am, but I do not care. My heart is too heavy. The higher we climb, the higher it becomes to breathe. Not because of the mountain, but because of the guilt. Finally, we reach the summit. The wind is cool. The mountain is silent. Slowly, I lower my mother on the ground. I gather fallen pine needles and make a soft place for her to sit. I wrap her coat around her shoulders. Then I step back. I cannot look at her. If I look at her, I will never leave. Tears blurs my vision. I turn away. Then, "My son?" "Yes, mother." "The mountain road is dangerous." I nod silently. Then she says, "When you go home, follow the path marked by pile of twigs." I blink. Pile of twigs? She slowly lifts her hands. Only then I notice them. Scratches, cuts, dirt beneath her fingernail. My eye widened. She smiled gently As she climbed, I leave them behind for you. I stare at her, unable to speak, all the way up the mountain. While I'm drowning in sorrow, she is thinking about me. Not herself, me. So you won't lose your way home, she says softly. My heart shatters. Tears streams down my face. I fall on my knees. Mother, my voice breaks. Your kindness breaks my heart. I shake my head. No. I stand. No, I cannot do this. I will take her hands in mine. I will not leave you here. She looks at me in surprise. I continue. We will go home together. For the first time, tears fill her eyes. And once again, I lift her onto my bed. That night, we return home. But I know the governor's law still exists. If anyone discovers my mother, we will both be punished. So I hide her beneath our house. Every day, I bring her food and make sure she is safe. Days become weeks, weeks become months. Slowly, I begin to believe our secret is safe. Then one day, boom, 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 the drums return. The villagers gather once again. The heralds unroll another scroll. By the order of governor, the governor demands a robe made entirely of ashes. The crowd erupts. A robe of ashes? That's impossible. No one can do that. Fear spreads through the province. The governor's command must be obeyed, but nobody knows how. That night, I rush home. I tell my mother everything. When I finish, she closes her eyes and thinks. For a long moment, she says nothing. Then suddenly, she smiled. My son. Yes, mother. Make a rope from twisted straw. I frowned. Then what? Lay it on a flat stone, then burn it on a windless night. I stare at her. Will that work, mother? She chuckled softly. When have I ever failed you? I smiled. Never, mother. The next night, I follow her instructions exactly. The rope catches fire. Flame dance in the darkness. I watch. I wait. Slowly, the fire fades. The last ember disappears. I step closer and gasp. There, resting on a stone, is a perfect rope made entirely of ashes. Every twist, every strand, still intact. It is incredible. The next day, I bring the rope to the governor. The entire court falls silent. The governor studies it carefully. Then, she looks at me. Amazing, his eyes narrow. Tell me, young man, why did you learn such wisdom? My heart begins to race. This is it. The truth can no longer remain hidden. I bow deeply. Then I tell him everything about my mother, about the mountain, about the tale of twigs, and about the room of ashes. When I finish, the room is silent. The governor lowers his head. For a long moment, nobody speaks. Finally, he rises. His voice is calm. From here I know strength belongs to the young. He pauses. But wisdom belongs to the old. The room remains silent. Then he raised his hand. From this day forward, the law is abolished. Ghost fills the court. No more elderly will be abandoned. No more family we will torn apart. As for me, I return home to my mother, the woman whose wisdom saved an entire province, the woman whose love gives me home. And from that day on, I learned something that I will never forget. The elderly are not a burden. They are our greatest treasure. With age comes with wisdom, and wisdom comes with light. Thank you. The end. Bye.